Hi, this is Becky with Icing on Top Becky's Cakes, and today we'll learn how to do a buttercream transfer. That's to get the exact image that you want in buttercream on your cake. Today we're going to be doing a Buzz and Woody cake, which is Buzz's chest plate and Woody's belt buckle. So we're going to go to our printer, print off what we want, cut it out, and tape it down to something solid. It could even be a cardboard you want to tape it down to. And then we're going to get a piece of wax paper, and we're going to tape that just at the sides on top of it, but nowhere where our buttercream or pitcher is actually going to touch. So I'm cutting out a piece of wax paper and putting that over my Buzz paper that's already taped down. And we're going to tape that, and then we're going to tape down the other piece, the belt buckle for Woody. And if you notice, the name is in mirror form because everything that you write onto the wax paper is going to come off in mirror form. So you're going to have the name backwards if you don't do it in mirror form. So there's those all taped down. We're going to start with the first color now. I am going to outline with black, and I have a very fine tip. It's probably a number 1 that I'm using with this. And I'm just going to get all the details on first. Now you want to do one color at a time. One color, as long as it's not touching another color, you could do more than one. But first I'm going to do this black, and then after I get all the outline on, I'm going to stick it back in my deep freeze or freezer, whichever you have, and then I'm going to leave it in there for about 10 minutes until I'm sure that that's nice and firm, so I can put on the next color without it blurring the colors or blurring the lines. So first, getting all those details etched in. And it's just a disposable piping bag that I'm using with this writing tip that I have. And I use a firm buttercream too, so that way if I do decide to prop it up on the side of a cake, it won't slide off the cake. All right, now this is after it's been in the freezer for about 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. Then I'm putting on the next color on top of the color, top of the lines that I've just done. And see, it doesn't matter if you use different colors as long as they're not touching each other so that your lines stay firm where you want it. And then in order that you don't get the streaky lines and stuff that come through when you're piping, you're going to want to press it down and smooth it down. But you're going to want to do it fast so that you don't completely thaw that last line of color that you did. There's the smoothing, just so it has a smooth finish when you're done. Else you can clean up with a toothpick if you see anything going outside of the lines that you want. There, now another 20 minutes, or 10 to 20 minutes, really whenever it's hard. Then you can go right over the top with your base color. But you have to make sure that you get over the top of every single line or anything that you've any detail that you've done that you want to actually come through. You want to make sure you cover it all with the base color so it all comes off together as one nice piece. Now if you notice, you see all these lines. You're going to want to smooth that out as quickly as possible so that you don't smush the colors together so they're still hard. But yet this way you won't get those lines through on the other side. As long as you smooth it on this side, it smooths on the other side. So once that is nice and smooth, then I'm going to do the belt buckle, and then I'm going to stick it right back in the freezer, and then once it is really solid, for probably 20 minutes, it can be longer, you can leave it in there as long as you want. If you're doing this the day before, then you'll be all ready to put on your cake the next day. So here I've taken it off, and I just have the piece of wax paper right now, just the buttercream that we've done on the wax paper. I'm looking for the spot that I want to put it on the cake, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of buttercream on the back of my solid piece of buttercream so that it sticks nicely to my cake. So this is my glue that holds them both together. Put some buttercream, smooth it a little over so it's not all lumpy when I put it onto the cake. There, it's nice and smooth. And then we're just going to lift it up and stick it right on the side of the cake, holding it by the wax paper. Stick it right on the side and then press it in with the wax paper before I pull the wax paper off. Press it in, and then I want to quickly pull the wax paper off before it has a chance to start thawing, otherwise some of my design will not come off. And then if you see, there's a little bit of bulging going on, so I'm going to press those little areas in with the wax paper. And then after we do the buzz one, we're going to do the woody one, and that'll be the transfers on the cake, and then I can add whatever additional designs I want by piping it on. So I'm going to stack my cakes, put the woody one on, and then add my details, and there you go. That's a buttercream transfer, and you can do this with any design that you can print off from anywhere, really, which is the fun thing about buttercream transfers. Thanks for watching.